Welcome to the second video of ABEJAS. This video will teach you about the life cycle of a honeybee. As a reminder, honeybee colonies have different types of bees, including a queen, workers, and drones. There is one queen to every colony, and she is the only reproductive female. There are thousands of worker bees, and they are all sterile females. Drones are male bees. The number of drones in a colony varies throughout a season, and their main duty is to mate with a queen during a mating flight. All honeybees go through 3 developmental stages before they are adult bees: egg, larva, and pupa. This table summarizes the time it takes for each type of honeybee, queen, worker, or drone to develop through each developmental stage. Let's talk more about the worker bee life cycle first. The queen lays fertilized eggs in the bottom of a comb cell. Worker bees develop as eggs for 3 days. Once an egg hatches, it develops as a larva for 5 to 6 days, becoming larger and more plump each day. After the larva is ready to pupate, an adult nurse bee will cap the cell with wax. The bee pupates under the capped cell for about 12 days. During this stage, the pupa develops recognizable features of an adult bee, such as eyes, legs, wings, hairs, and body segments. As adult worker bees are ready to emerge, they will slowly chew through the wax capping that was covering their cell. These newborn adults will soon become nurse bees and be responsible for caring for the brood until they grow old enough to be foragers. Nurse bees are hairier and often have light tufts of hair on their head and thorax. Adult worker bees live nearly 4 to 5 weeks in the summer and about 4 to 8 weeks in the spring and early fall. In the late fall and winter, adult workers go through a physiological change that allows them to live much longer to survive the winter. These winter bees live 5 to 10 months. This is something that will be discussed more in a later video about overwintering. Now, let's talk more about the queen bee's life cycle. The queen typically lives for 1 to 3 years, but in some cases, queens can live more than 5 years. Beekeepers may replace an older queen through requeening to maintain a productive colony. Queens develop in special cells that hang down on the face of the comb. Honeybee queens take about 16 days to develop from an egg to an adult. A queen bee develops as an egg for 3 days, then a larva for about 5 days. During their larval development, they are fed a special diet rich with royal jelly. Royal jelly is produced by glands in the heads of the worker bees. Female workers and the queen are genetically identical, but the royal jelly diet influences the expression of certain genes that will cause the queen to become fertile and reproductive. After the queen cell is capped, the queen develops as a pupa for an additional 8 days. Then the queen emerges as an adult. Honeybee queens are fully mature about 5 to 6 days after emergence. Once the queen is mature, she will take a mating flight. Queens do not mate with the male bees inside of their own colony. A queen will leave the hive to find drones from other colonies to mate with. This reduces chances of inbreeding, but does increase the risk of death from predation outside of the hive. Drones, or male bees, are a crucial part of a successful mating. They will congregate in an area called a drone congregation area, or DCA, and queens will locate these areas to mate with about 10 to 20 drones. During this mating flight, the queen will mate with numerous male bees and store the semen in a special storage organ called a spermatheca. A queen may take multiple mating flights to mate with additional drones if she did not mate with enough during her first flight. Once the queen has stored enough semen, she will return to the colony and will not mate again for the rest of her life. Next, we will talk about drones. Drones take about 24 days to develop from an egg into an adult bee. The queen lays unfertilized eggs in cells with a larger diameter. These eggs will develop into drones. Drones develop as eggs for 3 days, then develop as larvae for 6 to 7 days. They are larger than female workers. So once a drone larva is ready to pupate, nurse bees put a more bulbous wax cap over the larger drone cell. Drones live as adults for about 8 weeks. Their main purpose is to mate with queens. As the season comes to an end, the workers will exile the drones from the colony, where they will die. It is not uncommon to see large numbers of dead drones outside the hive in the late fall. Now that you know more about the life cycles of different members of a honeybee colony, you can begin recognizing these various stages when you are performing colony inspections. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and leave us a comment below to let us know what additional topics you would like us to cover in future videos.